I got this nice parts engine in the garage here, and we're actually going to just pull the starter off the parts engine and go put it onto the one that's on the tractor, and then we'll see what happens. So it's just a matter of taking off 4 bolts here that hold the starter on, and then should be able to test it. So see what happens. All right, so the holes for the starter were totally full of dirt, so I had to clean them out with some carb cleaner. Someone's got the starter cable just hooked into a little bolt on the bottom hole down there, so we'll pull that out. Let's see what we got. The gear on the starter is pretty worn, but I'm not going to bother to change it until I know everything actually works right, and then we'll change it. I have a brand new one. Okay, so I got the spark tester on there, and I just got the head is not like tightened down tight, but it should be grounded. I don't think we're going to have any spark. Let's see if it even turns, number one. Yeah, we got nothing. So just for the heck of it, let's hook up that electronic module and see what happens. All right, let's take a look at the rigging here. So I just put an alligator clip onto this intake manifold bolt, which grounds to the chip, and then I ran a wire from the chip to the wire that would come off of the coil. I just cut it and just alligator clipped it for now. So let's see what happens now if we got spark. I'm kind of thinking the coil's dead, but find out in a second. All right, let's see what happens now. Dude, it actually has spark. You see that? It's like crazy spark. It's hard to see on camera, but trust me, it does. That's awesome. All right, time to tighten that head back up and squirt some ether in it and see if it will run. All right, let's see what happens. I squirted some ether in it. Tighten the head bolts. Let me take the spark plug out and we'll put some carb cleaner right inside of the head. The throttle linkage and everything is not hooked up, so I'm pretty much thinking that that's going to be a problem, because the carburetor is pretty much just sitting there and idle, and it might just be too closed that no air can come in or whatever. Let's see. Sounds loud. Why won't it start? Give me something, huh? A pop, a bang, a squirt, something, right? Oh, I think I'm melting down the starter. Awesome. Cool. Anyways, that's a fail. It stinks, huh? Wonder what kind of compression we're getting out of this thing. Just pull the plug out here. I'm gonna turn the camera off and put my thumb over the hole and see what it feels like. Oh, it ran for a second. Try it again. Head gasket shot. Starter gear was gonna burn up. Well, what do you know? The starter gear is totally gone. Let's see if we can get anything out of it. Nothing. Not a thing. So that sucks. I'm gonna take it all apart and change the gear. But I did have one putt out of the engine here, so I'm all excited about that. I don't know if it got on film, but I did have it put one time, so it does have potential. But I'm gonna take that starter off and we'll change over to gear and we'll try again tomorrow maybe. Got the starter in the vise and we got to drive out this roll pin across the top here. That's the first step. So let me punch that out and then we'll come back. Actually came right out. I was really happy. Sometimes they get really stuck, but I had gotten this set of punches here on Amazon, I don't know, a couple months ago, and it works really nice. I'm really happy with it so far. So that was just an 1/8 inch punch, and here's the roll pin. So let me take this off and we'll check it out. Totally disintegrated. It's pretty bad. So I had this Napa gear sitting on my shelf, so I'm going to put that on there, and hopefully that gets us good. But I think this is a Napa gear. I think it is a replacement because it's that same gray, and the OEM ones are usually white, so I have a feeling it's already been replaced once. Here it is. You just put it on. That's it. Just like that. Done. All you gotta do is drive that pin back in, and then it's all done. All right, let's see what happens now. I got the starter fixed. Man, something just sounds horrible in that engine. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't want to run. I have a feeling there's something bad wrong. Well, let's try again. I gave another squirt. What the heck is going on here? What the heck is clanking, man? Got a clanker. Clanker, clanker. I don't know what that clank is, but that ain't cool, man. That is so weird. I gotta diagnose that clank because it sounds like something's about to blow, like the rod or something. Not cool. I had to clean the head. It was all full of junk, carbon, just junk everywhere. And, you know, I ran or hit the starter with the head off, and it doesn't seem to have a clank. So I was kind of wondering if something was hitting the head, a valve or something. I don't know. Let's try it again. All right, so we cleaned up the head, put it all back together. I tightened up the idle set screw so it's not on like 0. Let's see what happens now. Interesting. If I only had a fuel tank, maybe we'd get it to run. Let's see if we can get a fuel tank going. Rigged up this Gravely Model L gravity feed gas tank going down to this thing. Let's see what happens now. It's got gas pouring out of the back of the carb. Well, it's got potential. I think it's flooded probably. That's the choke on. Let's take the choke off. I turned off the gas tank because it was just dripping gas out. Let me turn it back on up here. All right, let's see what happens now. Yeah, it's just puking gas out the back like the float's stuck or something. Can you see that? I think we got to take the carb apart and try to clean out the carb a little bit. Well, I was opening and closing the fuel valve up here on the gas tank the whole time in order for it to run. So I think it's gonna run, but definitely the float's stuck or something because it's just pouring gas out of the back of the carb. So we need to get that piece that goes on the back anyways, the plug, Welch plug, which is missing. So I do have another carburetor on that parts engine I could just swap over, but I'd like to try to not cannibalize things if possible and fix what we have. So I might even have a carb kit inside the house, but I'll go check. Well, I was able to get it to run again for a few more seconds off camera, and I verified the transmission works, the hydraulic lift works. Now, the PTO was on and it was spinning. I just turned the PTO to off and it's still spinning, so we might have a blown PTO clutch, not sure. But that's not the least of our problems right now. I'd rather just get it back together and see what happens. If it's got a bad clutch, it will just be a snowplow tractor. It's no big deal. But we'll see what happens. So see if we got any carb parts inside.